are you guys? So welcome back to a new video. So in this video I'm coming back at you guys with another retro speed test that I have not done since about a week and a half. In this video we're going to be doing the iPhone 3GS on iOS 6.1.6 and the iPhone 4S on iOS 8.4.1. So I'm in a bit of a tricky or quirky situation right now. I'm in isolation again because somebody in my house caught COVID again on Monday, and right now I'm isolated at home again, but that person who did catch it for some reason had to stay in my room, so I'm sleeping in my brother's room, and this is where I've been staying for the last couple days. So this is kind of my setup right here, just all that, have more down here, and then I have a couple more things over here, my clothing, my Nintendo Switch, my MacBook. Funny thing is, my mom forgot to take out my camera charger, and this only has 50 minutes of battery left right now, so if this dies I have to use my power shot. I don't even know how much battery that has, but it's probably at full charge. So today we're going to be comparing the iPhone 3GS on iOS 6 versus the iPhone 4S on iOS 8. So the reason I wanted to do this comparison is because I think performance-wise these share a lot of similarities in the same firmware. While iOS 6 may be somewhat a little bit more spiffier, the iPhone 4S, the iPhone 3GS on iOS 6 doesn't run particularly the best, but it's not terrible. And I'd say the same for the iPhone 4S. So I want to see, how do they compare? Are they any different? Are they any slower or faster? So I'm going to confirm the firmwares for you guys, and I should probably lower the brightness because this brightness looks like absolute trash right now. So I'm gonna try to lower it. Oh my god, laggy phone. There we go. So if we go to general and we go to about, no, oh my god, I'm pushing the wrong button. Oh my god, yeah, not even tapping. There we go. iOS 6.1.6. So that's the firmware for that guy. And now the firmware for this guy. I've had this on iOS 8 for about maybe a week now, about a week and a half. Boom, 8.4.1. So yeah, I wanted to do a comparison between these phones because they could share a lot of similarities and a lot of differences. So the iPhone 3GS was released in 2009, has a 600 megahertz processor and 256 megabytes of RAM, ran up to iOS 6.1.6. iPhone 4S was made in 2011, released with a Apple A5 dual-core processor, the first iPhone to ever have a dual-core processor, as well as 512 megabytes of RAM, and ran up to iOS 9.3.6. And every A5 device suffers the curse of that iOS 9. So, a lot of people were saying that this iPhone should have ended on iOS 8, and I totally agree, it really should have. Even though it's not super fast, I still have not downgraded it to iOS 7 yet, because I did not get I did return to school Tuesday, but my friend did not show up, and I therefore could not buy the iPhone 6 from him. So I gotta wait till I come back, but it won't be till February. So I've basically been isolated this whole month except for last week. Yeah, I know. Life stinks. And recently, YouTube sent me a paycheck, so I might consider buying an iPhone SE or an iPhone, an iPhone SE and a Samsung Galaxy Tab 3. I want to buy some of that. A couple more things too. My vlogging tripod, it doesn't work anymore, or it kept breaking the little screws, so I'm about to buy a new one. And that one costed me $15, so it's a bit of a waste. And there's some other things. I want to get Mario Kart for the Switch and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, anyways, that's enough of that. So again, I don't have my camera charger, and this only has 42 minutes of battery right now, so if this dies, I have to use my power shot. So just gonna try to get it as quick as I can without rushing it, but hopefully enough for this camera does not die. But alright, let's go ahead and start launching applications. So I won't do a boot up test because both of these are running tethered jailbreaks. This one, yeah, I have to be connected to a computer, and that old MacBook I think was still left in my room, so I cannot go back in there. And I think this one, the certificate expired for the JB app, so if I were to reboot it, I would have to re-download the whole thing again to actually get it to work. So yeah, we're not doing that in this video. Alright, so let's start with the simple application launch. So we're going to start off with our usual applications. Also, I got a new watch band. Well, I didn't get one, but I just found this somewhere in like a drawer nearby. It looked pretty cool, but this was more rubbery than my other ones, which are just kind of sitting there. And yeah, I thought the blue on black looked pretty cool. But yeah, so that's enough stalling. We gotta hurry up and do this fast for my battery dies. So we're gonna start off with the simple apps, with the usual app launching. Start off with the smaller apps and move on to the bigger apps. So let's start off with settings. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on. I actually had them open in the background, so let me clear it out. The app switcher looks completely different. As you can see, you can close more apps easily here. But alright, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, crap. Hold on. My finger slipped and actually should probably go all the way back just so it's a fair test and I can try the sub-menus. Frick. I'm not doing good already. I'm literally just not having a good day. I'm literally not feeling well mentally. So, yeah. Alright, open it. 1, 2, 3. So the iPhone 4S was first by about a millisecond. The animation was the same actually. I don't know if you guys saw that. Let's launch a sub menu. 1, 2, 3. I didn't push it. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. iPhone 4S was first. How about another one? iPhone 4S. So, okay. Let's try the App Store. 1, 2, 3. So the animation was actually faster on iOS 6, surprisingly. Only by about a millisecond, but clearly we can already see that the iPhone 4S on iOS 8 is ahead. And how far behind? If we go here, still it's pacing like almost to the pace of a snail. It's even slower than this on iOS 9. There we go. It's actually finally loading. So how about closing an application, which is faster? About the same, both kind of stuttery. Let's try the iTunes Store. Again, faster animation on iOS 6 on the iPhone 3GS, which is quite surprising. And the iPhone 4S was first. And let's see is it gonna catch up is the question. By how much? There we go. About 7 seconds, somewhere around 7 to 10 seconds. That's how much longer it took to load. So let's try something like the camera. And I did not push it there, so let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. And 4S was first. 3GS following quickly by around 3 seconds. So the camera options are a lot different, as you can see. The font is not the same one as in the newest iPhones on the iPhone 4S. Change that in the next iOS, being iOS 9. I really like the camera animation on the iPhone 3GS though, so that's really, really cool. I'm not even gonna bother to load maps, or actually, yeah, I'm not even gonna bother to do that one. But let's try something like the weather. Faster animation again on the iPhone 3GS, and actually, this guy loaded it first, even though the weather's unavailable. It managed to give me that before it just loaded the weather. How about something like the phone application? 1, 2, 3. And this one was actually faster. No. Okay, well, I don't know what just happened there. But this one actually loaded faster. Quite surprising. How about something like the music? 1, 2, 3. And this one is always kind of stuck. And this one is Apple Music. So this one came up quicker. I think, yes, it did. And yeah, this one, as you can see, the little thing kind of moved. That's when it completely loaded. So even though this one is heavier, this one loaded faster. And even though it showed here first, it's just background loading from the last time I had it open. So let me move these back down here. And let's try Safari. I'm going to try Safari, which loads it first. And iPhone 4S. Actually, by a millisecond, the iPhone 4S was first. Let's try launching a web page like Google. 1, 2, 3. And which is going to come up first? iPhone 4S. By about a second. Not too far behind. So, okay. Not too bad. How about let's start getting into folders. 1, 2, 3. Actually, about the same. If you guys saw that, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Wow, not bad. And now let's load the heavier applications. Let's load YouTube first. And there you go. 1, 2, 3. Again, 3GS has a faster animation for the heavier applications. But which one will load it faster is what I want to know. And looks like the iPhone 4S came in first place. So the iOS 8 YouTube is broken. You have to fix it with the jailbreak tweak. I'll put that card up here. I'll show you guys Well, this is how to do it on iOS 6, but it works the same way. So, there we go. This one loaded first, and this one followed by about 10 seconds, I think. Now let's try Instagram. 1, 2, 3. Again, faster animation on iOS 6 on the 3GS, on the newer devices, or on the older device. But which one loads faster? And that will go to the iPhone 4S by a significant amount, actually. This one is not loading, which is making me believe that I have too many apps. Yeah, it's coming to that conclusion again. So I gotta clear everything out. You know what? The last time I kind of did this, I just let all these apps crash. But let's do this one again. This one, the RAM management is pretty bad on the iPhone 3GS on iOS 6. This isn't the best either, but it's not pretty bad. I could have at least a decent amount of apps open in the background, but here we go. Alright, there we go. Now in this case, both had the same amount of animation. And iPhone 4S coming in first place again. Oh, well, it locked me out for some reason, but didn't fall too far behind. Now let's try something like Facebook. 1, 2, 3. And this one, the 4S, had a way slower animation. That's a little bit surprising. But which one will load it first? Waiting and see. And both take abysmally long, but especially because they're older versions of the app. But it looks like the iPhone 4S was first by about 10 seconds after loading it, and 3GS following behind. We'll see by how much. It's been about 10 seconds and it still hasn't loaded. And there we go. About 13 seconds, so that's quite a significant amount. Okay, let's try something like Netflix. 1, 2, 3. Again, it's way slower on the iPhone 4S for some reason. The animation's slower, but it launches quicker on the iPhone 4S. Yeah. So you can see, even though both take pretty long, the iPhone 4S is clearly the winner here. There you go. And Netflix is taking its sweet time with this iPhone over here. If I sound like I'm dying, it's because I am. I literally don't feel good, like mentally. I'm tired and my stomach kind of hurts because I ate a lot and I just kind of want to, I don't know. It's probably why I'm not uploading so much right now. My mental health is bad, really bad right now. And this is not gonna load. So let's just move. Oh, there we go. Took about almost half of a minute, 30 seconds. Jesus. And I think they re-added Henry Danger back to Netflix. I don't know if it was there before, but as you guys could potentially see. Okay, and both had a pretty stuttery animation. Okay, so that's all for the apps. Now let's try loading the heavier stuff. Let's try loading the Spotlight search. 1, 2, 3. 3GS was first by a little bit. How about the app switcher? 1, 2. The iPhone 4S was first. How about the notification center? And the iPhone 4S was again first. Now this has no control center, so I cannot do a control center test because this does not have it. It has a bit of one, but it's not really a control center. You have your volume controls, you have AirDrop controls, you have again the volume ones and for your music, but that's about it. Not where you can change the flash, but you can enable that with the jailbreak tweak. Okay, so for the most part of what I've seen here, the iPhone 3GS on iOS 6, in some scenarios it is faster than the iPhone 4S on iOS 8, but for the most part I'd say this is faster in terms of loading stuff. In animations, I think this one is the clear winner. But now let's load up a Geekbench and oh crap, not mail. Let's load up a Geekbench and see the scores and see which is actually faster in terms of performance. So let's go ahead and load them up. Alright, camera doesn't have much battery left, so I gotta hurry the hell up. So as you can see, I'm gonna confirm for the devices I am doing. iPhone 3GS. Is this the right firmware? I'm gonna see. Yes, it is. iOS 6.1.6 iPhone 3GS. And if we go, let's see if I can find it. Yes, iPhone 4S 8.4.1. So The score for the 3GS is 281, and the score for the iPhone 4S is 217 and 412. Now basically these scores are combined together. So basically if you combine it, that would be to 629. So clearly the iPhone 4S is a lot faster in terms of its specs. So again, we do have a single core 600 megahertz processor with 256 megabytes of RAM. This has a dual core processor at 1 gigahertz and has 512 megabytes of RAM. So it's double the RAM and a much better processor because it is dual core. However, let's be real, both are pretty slow by today's standards. But you know, again, it's a mixed result. One is faster than the other in some scenario, like with the animations, the iPhone 3GS was faster. In terms of loading, the iPhone 4S was clearly the winner. So now let's run the Wi-Fi speed test, and well, I don't really need to run it. I kind of already have a bunch of scores saved from this guy, and my camera only has 19 minutes of battery, so I gotta hurry the hell up. So let me load up my results here. So this is the one I got on the iPhone 4S the last time I ran this, which I think it said January 12 at 5:36 p.m. and this is not loading. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and load the last result, and I have a bunch. Let's load the most recent one. So actually, no, so you guys can see it. So as you can see in the results there, I'm actually gonna kind of move this a little more so you guys could actually see. But okay, that's good. So we got 1447 download speed, or 14.47 megabytes per download speed, 5.23 megabytes per upload, and then 72 for the ping on the iPhone 3GS, which is not really that good, but hey, at least it's way better than the 4S. I mean, the 4S is just quite embarrassing for a newer phone on a newer firmware. That's 201 megabytes per download, 3.67 megabytes per upload, and then 10 ping. This probably might have been the strength of my internet connection there. That could most likely be it, but I'm quite disappointed, to be honest, on the iPhone 4S. Not the best results, but I can't really blame it. This phone is going to turn 10 this year. I have a special video planned coming up for that once this thing hits exactly 10 years in October. So yeah, be prepared for that. Alright, so now let's do one last test, which is Siri. So Siri was never meant to run on the 3GS. I installed it with the jailbreak tweak, but I want to get to see how does it perform compared to the iPhone 4S. So here we go. So you can see the interfaces are a lot different, and the clear winner here obviously is the iPhone 4S. This one had a significant delay. So
sorry, I didn't catch that. Try tapping above to edit.
Okay, so let's ask him a simple question. What is the time in Dallas, Texas?
It's 6:56 p.m. in Dallas. 6 p.m. in Dallas.
So you guys heard the little noise actually went off first on the 3GS, and slightly later the 4S did a noise. But even though still the 4S managed to get a faster result. So what is the weather in Los Angeles, California?
It's currently raining and 48 degrees in Los Angeles, California.
Considerably faster there.
Here's what I found.
And they get much different temperatures, probably because of this one I think goes by Yahoo, and this one goes by the Weather Channel. Well, that's how they get their weather now. They changed that in iOS 8. But I'd say Siri for the most part is I don't know, to be honest. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But anyways, that is it for this video. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. So I only have 16 minutes of battery left on my camera. So you guys probably can tell by my voice that I'm dying. Yes, I am. I don't feel good. Not physically, but mentally I don't feel well. Like, I'm so stressed out because, you know, I'm quarantined again. I have to wear my mask everywhere. Well, not everywhere. If I want to just pass out by the hall or just go to the living room, just put it on, just take it off there, because it's only one person who has it. It's not, you know, 2 people or more than one person. I'm behind on school by a lot. Almost all my assignments I'm not doing well on, because if you guys remember, I was quarantined when I started school. And, you know, it stressed me out because I was worried about, you know, my family's health, and then I get so distracted easily in online school, and it's not it for me, and that's what basically happened. And now that I'm doing this, it's already be almost a month of online school, and I've been actually quarantined for about a month and a half I mean, I'd say a month if you can count. Last week was not really quarantine because that's when no one in my family had it anymore. But yeah, so basically that's why I sound like absolute trash right now. I don't feel good mentally. I'm literally suffering here, and yeah, but I'm trying to take it easy as much as I can and keep in touch with you guys. And this time, I don't really got much to upload. I don't have many ideas because I'm not in my room. I don't got much like stuff to work with right now, especially because, you know, I'm in my bro's room, not in my room. And I've already done most of the video ideas I could think of with you know, my technology, with downgrading it. Well, I mean, I could if maybe I want to do one more retro speed test between my 4S on iOS 8 and then my iPhone 6 that I was supposed to get for my friend. And I can downgrade to iOS 7 and then mess around with that and just keep it on there. I don't know. Right now, my mind is all over the place, and yeah, that's why I sound like I'm dying. I'm also very tired. I slept at almost 3 a.m. last night, even though it's like 7. And I did not take a nap today, but I feel like I might. And my camera's at 12 minutes left of battery, and I left my charger in my room, so that's great. I probably would have to buy, I might have to buy another secondary battery charger so I can charge both of my batteries. But yeah, if I don't film in my Vixia anymore, it'll probably be with my power shot. And worst thing is, I left my phone adapter, it's also in my room, so I cannot go back in there to get it. So yeah, they're not goners, but I cannot, well, they are for about the next week or so. I'll have to clean out everything in my room once I can move back in next week. But yeah, guys, take care of yourselves. This pandemic is getting worse. There's a new strain that's more contagious and possibly more deadly. So be careful and try to get vaccinated this spring once, you know, the vaccine is available to the public. But just be as careful as you can right now. Stay safe. If you have to stay at home, stay at home. Unless you're super bored, I guess, then that sounds reasonable. Wear your mask, sanitize, or, you know, just social distance. Just be careful, you know, because there's a new strain of COVID and it's bad. It's really bad. So it's worse than the current one, and this pandemic could see more records. But now we have a new president, and he plans to roll out 1 million doses. He wants to get to 100 million doses rolled out of the vaccine on his first 100 days. So, I mean, I hope he's sticking with that promise. He's only been president for, what's today? Today's the 23rd, so about 3 days. So, yeah, that's just it for now, guys. Just kind of wanted to sit down and talk to you guys a bit because I'm not feeling the best right now. And my camera's on 9 minutes of battery, so I gotta hurry up and just close the video. So, yeah, that's it for this video, guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.